Hey, Tug Toler here, eSource Miller at Paradigm Company. We are at NAFEM 2023 with my good friend Jim at the Salvajor booth. Jim, introduce yourself, say hi, and then we're going to talk about what we're standing in front of.
Hi, I'm Jim with Salvajor. I'm the National Sales Manager. We're excited to be at NAFEM 2023, so thanks for joining us, and thanks for having us on Tug Time.
Of course. Go on, Jim. I love sharing my Tug Time, you know?
We love it. We love it.
That's what I am. I'm a giver, you know? All right, so we're standing in front of food waste solutions, and we have a couple of systems here, right? Tell us about systems.
Correct. So we have a couple of ways of getting food waste out of an operation. The disposer system will handle that by going through the plumbing and sending that out into the waste stream. The collector is for those situations where you're not allowed to use a disposer, or say you might have some old plumbing that has problems. The collector's a great solution for that, and that we will be taking the food waste out to a dumpster or some composting, and you'll just empty that and we'll roll her on out too.
Well, that sounds really heavy though, right? I mean, if you think about all those trash bags that you're trying to lug out and it's crazy heavy.
Right.
That doesn't sound like a good idea. Why would I want to throw that away?
I think one of the,
too much.
It's interesting that you bring that up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah? But the nice thing about our systems is that the plume of water, we're only going to be using 2 gallons of water per minute here, but you're going to be getting the force of about 30 gallons per minute that's going to help us scrap dishes and eliminate food waste from the operation. So by getting rid of the soluble food waste with our collector system, it's about a 53% reduction in food waste that needs to be hauled out or carted off to the landfill.
How would you know that 53? That sounds like you're like, whoa, that's a random number. Would you maybe have done some kind of testing with that?
We have. It's not the prettiest thing to show on film, but we have taken a day's worth of food waste, about 560 pounds of food waste, and we separated it into a kiddie pool in 100-pound increments, and we've run it through the collector. And the result of that collector is a reduction of 53% of food waste. So all the soluble food waste type products, gravies, refried beans, those type of things, those are pretty much going to go away. If there's a chunk of apple in there, that's really not going to get washed away, but what it works out to on average is about a 53% reduction in food waste. Just wanted to kind of give an example of what we're talking about, so people have the right idea of what would be better off pre-scrapped or what they're going to have to pull out of the collector and take out to the dumpster.
So 2 things. Scrapping, you said. Scrapping most people don't recognize or realize that scrapping is really the pinch point for getting dishes done, right?
Yes.
That dishes, they say all these dish machines, we can do X amount per minute.
Right.
Or per hour, and these are how many racks we're doing. But really, it's how many can you get scrapped to then get loaded and get into that dishwasher, because you're supposed to scrap the dishes and pans.
That's correct. So oftentimes when you hear my dish machine isn't keeping up, it really means that your scrapping is not keeping up. And you'll notice that there's no pre-rinse faucets here. And the benefit of not having the pre-rinse faucets is with our systems, you're scrapping with 2 hands. So you're getting the wares cleaned faster, and you're getting them cleaned better. And in today's day and age, I think in the past couple of years, we've kind of seen the benefits of 2-hand scrapping because labor is a problem. So what we're here is to help the operators and the designers do more with less. And what we mean by that is get more done with less labor and less cost. We're only using a couple gallons of water a minute. A standard pre-rinse is 1.6 gallons per minute or so, right? This is only 2 gallons. We're recycling that, we're recirculating that water, and we're getting an extra bit of force to kind of push that through. That's also just pushing food waste out into the waste stream and out of the customer's plumbing.
And if we had a disposer, we would be adding 5 to 8 gallons a minute, right?
Correct. So on our disposer system over here, you can kind of see it's still the same way. We're still scrapping with 2 hands. We've got the plume coming from here, but there's a garbage disposer down here. So now there's no waste to haul out to a dumpster or out to a composting bin or something like that. We're just getting rid of all of the food waste for the operator, which is yet another big benefit. So in those areas where you can use a disposer, put in one of our systems. A real easy rule of thumb to keep in mind is If there's a 44-inch dish machine or larger, it should always have some sort of a system in front of it. The pre-rinse days are just not as effective as they used to be, and labor is more expensive and it's harder to come by today.
100%. All right, so if you guys have any questions, any wants to see this in action, I have a collector in my kitchen.
Right on.
And it is awesome, okay? So please reach out to us, let us know how we can help you. We'd love to help you guys. Jim, thank you very much for the time, sir.
Thank you.
We'll see you
and
guys.
Thank you all for tuning in.